defining trait of narcissism is a belief in your own superiority and specialness.
And we're saying he has that?
You also have beautiful abs, sir.
That's my cross to bear.
Because if I have a weakness, what does that say about my worth? And if I'm wrong, what does that say about my worth? Their entire facade, their protective facade, is built on this idea of I don't need help, I can handle it all on my own, and I can do everything on my own. The people around him see him as incredibly confident, but confidence is, I made a mistake, I can own it. Because that's an actually very scary thing to do. To him, family represents loss. It's not connection, it's not joy, it's loss.
You disobeyed me. You're on a timeout.
Batman, you're on a timeout.
What? Alfred, you better untimeout me right now.
No.
Boundaries are essential because you could still have a relationship with this person in some cases, but what does that look like? You decide what is healthy and safe for you.
Yeah.
Prayer hands. Prego, yeah.
Prego.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Jonathan Decker, licensed therapist, and I love the movie films.
I am Alan Seawright, professional movie filmmaker, and I need therapy.
Yes. And so today we're going to talk about narcissism. Specifically, can narcissists get better through the lens of Lego Batman? First of all, Lego Batman is in a league of his own because not all of the Batmen are narcissistic.
Correct.
But he very much is. Narcissism boils down to four things.
Okay.
And I will tell you what those four things are.
Good. I look forward to it.
So first, an excessive need for admiration. Second, disregard for others' feelings. Third, an inability to handle any criticism.
That sounds right.
And fourth, a sense of entitlement.
Yep, it's me. 4 for 4.
Okay, so you are Lego Batman.
I am Lego Batman.
In the darkest night.
It gives me so much joy.
It gives me so much joy that it's an early 2000s rap metal song.
It's like Limp Bizkit.
It is so Limp Bizkit-y in the worst possible way. I mean, there's not a good way for it to be Limp Bizkit.
I love just how happy he is to be himself.
Thank you. You haven't seen my brain.
Ladies haven't seen my brain.
Why? 'Cause I'm a billionaire.
Get it together, guys.
If you think my muscles are big, you should see my brain.
Pewter, where's the bomb?
The bomb is located
Pewter.
at the base of the energy core.
Will Arnett is a gift.
I get the
So great.
final grin. Throw you into the asylum with Harley Quinn. Turn Two-Face to black and blue face. I'm 100% am not Bruce Wayne.
Kiss me, Batman.
Manliest man. With the buns of steel. Who can choke hold a bear? Who never skips leg day.
Never skips leg day.
Always pays their taxes. Not Batman.
Beating all of you again.
The writing is so good.
It's just so gonzo and bizarre. Oh, there's so much. There's so much.
A defining trait of narcissism is a belief in your own superiority and specialness.
And we're saying he has that?
You also have beautiful abs, sir.
That's my cross to bear.
He's got this belief in his own utter uniqueness and the whole Lego everything is awesome. With Batman, you insert I do. Everything I do is awesome, right?
Yes.
That's his whole mantra.
Yep.
Why start a family animated Lego Kids movie with a heavy metal rap power ballad?
Why does this movie do anything that it does?
Why are you the way that you are?
Well, think about music genres, right? I mean, what does the fact that Batman's
Why
doing
is it-
this genre say
Why
about
is
him?
it? It is the most frat bro music genre that has ever been.
Computer, overcompensate.
And that's the idea we're getting from Batman, is that he is stuck in frat bro, aren't I awesome?
I don't talk about feelings, Alfred. I don't have any.
I can get any woman. I'm destined for greatness.
Yeah.
We get into his excessive need for admiration. He goes outside. Well, first he tells Joker that he doesn't care about anybody.
Right.
And he doesn't need anybody.
I don't need you. I don't need anyone. You mean nothing to me.
And that is definitely how he approaches the world. But he does need surface level, shallow relationships to affirm him.
Yeah. Oh, he desperately needs like the adoration of a crowd.
Yeah. So he goes outside and he's like, prayer hands, prego, yeah.
Prego.
Oh, pray hands, pray hands.
And you see this with narcissism, this sort of performative charity and this performative empathy.
Yeah.
Right? This performative goodness, but it's really about what I get in return, which is the praise and the adulation. And then he comes home and it's this giant empty space. And he's very lonely, even though he's unaware of it. He's buried that deep that he doesn't really have anyone in his life. He eats his lobster thermidor that just chomps super loudly.
On his jet ski, in his pool full of bat boats. These are Lego minifigs, so they're supposed to be pretty small. So the framing is a little bit different from a normal person a lot of the time. But every time in Wayne Manor and in the Batcave and stuff, he's tiny in frame. He's this little thing surrounded by a giant empty space.
Yeah.
And that's, filmmaking 101. You do that to make people feel small and alone.
Surfshark! Surfshark is a VPN, a virtual private network, and I'm sorry about all of that. It protects your security online.
I'm not sorry about it, and it's way more secure than the Phantom Zone.
Way more. Protecting your online security is great, but we're most excited to access many different content libraries so we can watch more of our favorite movies and TV shows.
That's right, you can keep watching your favorite rom-coms, whether you're in Wayne Manor, the Batcave,
If you're traveling.
like maybe visiting your best friend at his alone palace.
That is so creepy.
That was weirdly suggestive.
You can change your virtual location and still connect to all your favorite websites. Plus, Surfshark helps you to stay safe on public Wi-Fi.
It keeps you safe and protected, like a mask or a cowl, by encrypting your online data, which covers up everything you do online.
You can send and receive files securely.
And their clean web feature automatically blocks more than 1 million known malicious websites, phishing methods, and other threats, like an army of Warner Brothers characters.
TM and copyright. And they got 24/7 support and a cookie pop-up blocker.
Get Surfshark VPN at surfshark.deals/cinematherapy and use code
Cinema therapy.
to get 83% off and 3 extra months for free.
All right, fine. I'm gonna use Surfshark, I swear.
Swear to me, Batman. Swear to me, Batman. I'm Batman. Swear to me.
I
Swear I'm.
With narcissists, there's a difficulty accepting any sort of criticism because criticism means I'm flawed in some way.
Right.
Criticism means I haven't got it all figured out, and so they deflect it back on the person that they're talking with.
I hate everything you just said.
Now, this is a human behavior. We all get defensive, but the thing about NPD or any personality disorder or any sort of mental disorder is it's something that everyone experiences dialed up to 11 and interferes with your daily life.
Yep.
And so defensiveness is not a narcissistic trait per se, but narcissists are defensive and get defensive.
Sure.
Sir, it's time for you to stop this unhealthy behavior.
No, it's not.
You need to take responsibility for your life.
Not right now. I don't.
And it starts by raising your son.
I'm sorry. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
The young orphan you adopted at the gala, remember?
The voice work is so good. Michael Cera, Ralph Fiennes.
He's been living here for the past week.
Hello, table.
And I must say, I've grown rather fond of the young lad.
Hello, secret camera.
You should get to know him. You and he have a lot in common.
Oh, God. Hello, family photos.
He lost his parents at a very young age.
I've always wanted one of those.
Doesn't he deserve a chance for someone to take him under their wing? As I took you under mine?
Alfred, you've been watching way too many Lifetime movies and drinking Chardonnay.
It's Pinot Grigio, sir.
Whatever it is. You don't have a family. You're satisfied serving me. So what do you know about having a surrogate son? Now, I'm gonna go fight crime while you put that kid on the next jet to the orphanage. Got it?
As you wish, sir.
A defining trait of narcissistic personality disorder is a lack of empathy. And in this case, he has no empathy for this orphan that he's taken in. Part of empathy is getting into the experience of somebody else. He doesn't even see how ridiculous it is that he says to Alfred,
So what do you know about having a surrogate son?
Right.
Here he does something called future faking, which I learned from Dr. Romany on her YouTube channel about narcissism.
Oh, yeah.
Is this idea that you make a promise publicly because it sounds good and you get praise for it. And even in the moment, you have every intention of keeping it. And then the next day, you're like,
Too hard.
I'm sorry. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
consequences for others be damned.
Right.
Right? And so he did that very much with Robin or with Dick, which is the best joke in the movie.
My name's Richard Grayson, but all the kids at the orphanage call me Dick.
Well, children can be cruel.
And he's resisting Alfred's attempts to hold him accountable.
Right.
Because again, I'm accountable to no one except perhaps myself.
One of the things that I love about this movie is the timing is weird. Have you noticed this?
How's that?
So the humor timing is really fast. Like
Yeah.
the jokes come really quick until they're not, and they take way too long.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Okay, he's accurately described it.
I'm sorry.
It's just super fun. But Will Arnett doing his Willist Arnettist Will Arnettness is, come on.
Well, it's
what a treasure.
It's a parody / homage. It's a love letter to Batman while roasting the hell out of every single aspect of the DC universe.
Yeah.
Starting with the Bat voice. Like,
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
It's fantastic. It's the world's greatest fan film.
so he's deflecting accountability, and he's failing to be empathetic and to get into another person's shoes. And he is future faking, making promises that he's not going to keep. And he's avoiding vulnerability. Alfred keeps trying to get him to be vulnerable and to open up, and Batman doesn't do it.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
He refuses to go there because vulnerability is for sissies.
I don't talk about feelings, Alfred. I don't have any.
Eat what we're eating. It is Batman flavored popcorn.
That's right, it's chocolate banana. I think it's incredibly delicious.
2, 4, or 6 bags a month. Go to lisaspopcorn.com/cinematherapy and enjoy.
And he spends most of his time basking in sweet, sweet isolation here at his lone palace.
Lone palace.
While you sneak into that vent and get the projector. Got it?
Copy that. Oh, here's an idea. I could also...
Oh, don't even finish that thought. See this counter? These are all the good ideas Batman has, and no one else has ever had any good ideas, so don't even try. Your superpower is excellent listening and execution of my ideas. Let's try it out.
Cool.
Drop to the ground, do a backflip, do a front flip, triple axel, plie, releve, jete, Pythagorean theorem.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Physicalize it.
A squared B squared equals C squared. How'd I do, Dad?
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Begin mission.
Yes, Papa.
Robin's, like, you could see his little frame shaking with every one that he does. Like, he's really straining. Like, the animation's so clever. But the idea that I'm the one with the good ideas, and if I work as a part of the team, their job is to execute my ideas.
Yeah.
Your superpower is excellent listening and execution of my ideas.
I just noticed a detail, by the way, when he pulls out his counter of good ideas. These are all computer-generated animation, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing's made in a computer. They generate almost everything out of Lego bricks. Occasionally there's like smoke or like some water effects that are, and some flame effects that are like real looking, but then they'll have like Lego brick chunks in it and stuff. Yeah. One of the things that they do that I just noticed on his little counter, they'll put little fingerprints on there. Not like little ones, but like that looked like someone with a human-sized thumb had pressed a thing onto his Lego counter. So there's this giant thumbprint across part of it.
That's crazy attention to detail.
Excuse me, can you get the commissioner and show her this?
Batman,
Would you stop doing that?
I sent the Batfax. I hate to say this, but you're right. The city needs you.
Yes, let me out.
I'm only going to let you out on one
Shakes.
condition.
Name it.
You can't do it by yourself.
So just another little detail thing.
SEAL Team 6, Fox Force 5.
This is computer generated. There's all sorts of anamorphic distortion and lens flares and stuff
Yeah.
Alfred Pennyworth.
to make it feel like it was filmed.
Gotta let me out of here.
Sir, those creatures out there are unlike anything we've ever seen.
Speak for yourself. You don't know everything I've seen. I haven't told you everything.
And you'll never be able to defeat them alone.
And it'll be more fun if we all do it together.
What's the worst thing that could happen? I mean, what are you so afraid of?
The thing I'm most afraid of? I gotta be honest with you, it's snake clowns.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Well then, nothing. I'm not afraid of anything.
Okay.
Can't be afraid. I'm afraid to admit that I'm afraid.
Good.
Do you know what the BAT in Batman stands for?
Not really.
Best at teamwork. Best at teamwork man is my full name.
Yay! We're going on a family.
Best at teamwork, man, is my full name.
I can wear my costume too.
Well, luckily for us, you left your costume back at the... Oh, no, you're close. That's perfect. Rip. Alfred, what are you doing?
I miss the 60s.
Hey, can Scarecrow help?
Permit us to lend you assistance.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bane.
What am I gonna do? Get a bunch of criminals together to fight the criminals? That's a stupid idea.
To a narcissist, of course they're good at teamwork because they're good at everything.
Yeah.
Right? And so in their mind, they don't see that if someone else is working on something, they'll jump in and take the reins or boss them around to make them fit into my image of how I want it done. Like in my mind, if I'm good at teamwork but I'm actually a narcissist, what I actually am is I'm a bulldozer.
Right.
And maybe the job gets done and there were people involved other than me in getting it done, so I think we worked as a team.
We did it.
Yeah, Batman's not good at teamwork, which we see when the 80s monsters attack. And instead of letting Barbara fly the plane, he's like, I'm just going to tie this rope here
Barbara, did you see that? Bat rope saved Alfred.
and let Rope handle it. And he just tries to save Alfred, he tries to save Robin, and he realizes that he can't. And that when he lets Alfred man the guns and Barbara fly and Robin fight with his Gymkata or whatever it is.
Gymkhana.
I know Gymkata.
Sorry, what's that?
It's a gymnastics-based martial art.
When they contribute with their gifts and talents and ideas, that they actually get the job done, and that's a new experience for him.
Sure. So one other just quick animation note. All of the camera moves through the environment are at full 24 frames a second, but most of the animation is on 2s, which is how you generally animate. So you'll see the characters look a little bit jerky. That's on purpose. They didn't have to do it that way.
And you were awesome, and
Thanks.
you were awesome.
I love compliments.
You were awesome, and I was amazing, and I'm not trying to make it about myself, obviously, but I just want to make sure that everyone gets a pat on the back, because it feels good.
It does feel good.
You had a good idea, and you had a good idea, and you had a good idea, and I had a great idea. And
Great idea.
I think that collectively, I'm going to add 1. Man, that feels good.
Best team ever. Let's take a photo. All right, everyone squeeze together.
I love that animation for him pulling it out of his shorts.
Okay, everybody in?
His phone.
No fluke.
Everyone say Bat Family.
Bat family.
He has to get in front of Alfred and Barbara.
Didn't it turn out great? Hey guys, it's my first family photo.
Can narcissism be cured? It is difficult.
Sure.
It is very, very difficult, and the biggest reason for that is because narcissists tend to not be self-reflected.
They don't think that they're narcissists?
Yes.
Not a lot of them come walking through your door?
And where this comes from is a very deep insecurity that needs to be masked. See what I did there?
Oh, baby.
That needs to be masked and hid.
Needs to be caped and cowled.
Do you have something, a cowl or something you can put on?
I have to project great confidence.
Right.
Because I'm so afraid of being weak. I'm so afraid of being wrong that I can't even go there. I can't even allow myself to go there in my mind because I tie being right and being strong to my worth. And so it's too scary for me because if I have a weakness, what does that say about my worth? And if I'm wrong, what does that say about my worth? And so it's hard because oftentimes the people who come to therapy are the people who love the narcissist.
Right, the people who are healing from being hurt by them.
Yeah, or looking for healing, right?
Yeah.
The narcissist, it's hard for them to come through the door because they will very often say, you need therapy. I'm not the one who needs therapy.
Right.
So can a narcissist get better? Yes. It's difficult because they often won't seek the help. Because their entire facade, their protective facade is built on this idea of I don't need help, I can handle it all on my own. And I can do everything on my own. But just like anybody, if they have the realization, I'm hurting people.
Right.
I'm limiting my opportunities in life for growth, for connection, for becoming an even better version of myself, then they can go in and they can get the help and they can self-reflect. And it's going to be a hard uphill battle. What Batman has had so far is not confidence.
Right.
The people around him see him as incredibly confident, but confidence is, I made a mistake, I can own it. Because that's an actually very scary thing to do.
Sure.
Interestingly, people who struggle with narcissistic tendencies do not show up brave even though they consider themselves brave. Because brave is accountability. It's humble accountability. Brave is, I don't need to pass on the blame if something goes wrong. I can take responsibility for that.
Yeah.
And humility is, when something goes right, I can share the credit.
And you were awesome, and
Thanks.
you were awesome.
I love compliments.
You were awesome, and I was amazing, and I'm not trying to make it about myself.
And so if you're truly strong and confident, you can be responsible for your mistakes, and you can share the credit when things go well. And that's a hard thing for some people to do, like Batman. And at this point, he gets scared because here's connection. And tangentially, he lost his first family, gunned down in the alleyway. And to him, family represents loss. Right. It's not connection, it's not joy, it's loss.
Listen, I just wanted to say that I'm really, 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 really
Sorry.
Yeah. Woo! I did it.
I don't even know why you bothered coming back.
I was afraid.
What?
The reason I came back was the same reason I left you. I was afraid of feeling the pain you feel when you lose someone close to you.
Alfred's so proud of his vulnerability, and so's Robin.
Gotham needs us. So I came back to do this. Flip.
Flip? What is that? I don't...
We gotta turn around. I call it the Babs signal. And I'm flipping the switch for you. Because saving this city is too big a job for one person. Flip, flip.
A little bit of Nolan's theme there.
So what do you say, Commish? Will you work with me? I need your help.
I thought you'd never ask.
I'm very, very proud of you, sir. But there's still only 4 of us against Joker's entire army.
That's why I called in some backup. Flip, 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 flip.
So part of healing from narcissism is recognizing the need for others.
Joker may be done with us, but we're not done with him.
We will be the Joker's reckoning.
Joker says mean stuff to
Bane
us.
voice.
You were right, Barbara. It takes a village, not a Batman.
The issue for loved ones of people who struggle with NPD is holding on to hope and getting walked on.
Yeah.
And what I would...
At what point do you sort of go, okay,
Yeah.
I need to cut bait?
Well, I think boundaries are essential because you could still have a relationship with this person in some cases, but what does that look like, right? And you decide what is healthy and safe for you.
Yeah.
In other cases, you can still love somebody while cutting ties with them completely because they're not safe and they're not showing that they will ever show you respect, include you, treat you with love and kindness, or have you in their life as anything but a support for their own ego.
Right.
And 110% expendable.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
And so if you're struggling with NPD, if you are recognizing these traits in yourself, first of all, it's not a full-blown diagnosis until it's a full-blown diagnosis.
Right. I, watching this, have found a bunch of narcissistic traits. I don't think I would probably get diagnosed, but I do feel deeply uncomfortable.
You possess empathy.
Okay, well, yeah.
And that's why I would say that
Maybe
you don't.
a little too much.
But it's not performative empathy. Like, it's very
Right,
much,
no,
it's there and it's real.
Can't turn it off.
But if you feel like, okay, I have the full-blown diagnosis or I have some of these traits, it's a time for self-reflection. There may be a reason why people distance themselves from you, and you may feel entitled to their company.
Right.
And that they don't have a right, or they have somehow wronged you by leaving. But what it really is no, you've kind of been an insufferable a-hole.
No. No.
And you can get help for that, right? Just like Batman, this entire film, it's hilarious when you're not one of the characters in the movie that has to deal with him.
It's less hilarious when it's you.
It's or someone that you know and love. I got into therapy because, call me naive, call me optimistic, I believe that almost anybody can change.
Well, I think that anyone can change. I think there are some people who probably won't.
Yeah.
And for some people, the circumstances that would cause them enough pain to want to change may never happen.
Yeah. When he goes into the Phantom Zone and Lego Block Kimmy Schmidt says,
Huh. You're not a traditional bad guy. But you're not exactly a good guy either.
but it's a wake-up call for him that what he thinks is good for everyone around him isn't. And they were trying to tell him, and he wasn't listening.
Right. One of my favorite things that's hard to notice, there's no motion blur in any of this. Because
Yeah.
they wanted it to look like it was stop motion, like some kid filming his little Lego
And it
pieces.
feels like it.
And it feels like it. But in order to make motion blur, especially in fight scenes, they will use other Lego pieces to like replace legs. Like when Batman is kicking, instead of having a leg piece here and then a leg piece here, it'll be a leg piece and then like a big swoopy, but it's a Lego piece. And then the next frame will be a leg.
Oh, wow.
So there's no motion blur, but they do motion blur by using Lego bricks. Come on, guys.
That's very cool.
Yeah. I love you. I'm so impressed by all the work you guys did. Freaking incredible.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And as a lifelong Batman fan, there's so many in-jokes, but even if you aren't, it's just such a sharply written movie.
And
it's
that's the
really
thing.
funny.
If you have 9 million jokes in 90 minutes, you don't have to get all of them. It's still going to be very, very funny.
Yeah, it's excellent. Is there hope for narcissists? Yes. If you love a narcissist, should you hold out hope? I would say it's all about the behavior. Don't listen to what they say, watch what they do.
Yeah.
Right? And if they're going to therapy, they may still see that as pin a medal on my chest. Look how humble and great I am that I'm going to therapy. Are they treating you the way you deserve to be treated?
Would you say, it's not about who I am on the inside, but what I do that defines me?
I would. Well played. Get this man some water.
Why? I don't need water. I'm Batman.
So until
Best at thirst, man. So until next time.
Who never skips leg day?
Hello, secret camera. And watch movies.
Engine 1 down.
Not a big deal, don't worry about it, it's fine.
Engine 2 down.
It does that sometimes.
We've lost engine 3.
Oh, couldn't live without it.
Engine 4.